Are you looking for a lifestyle change? Well, the Copper Kettle here in Dulverton might just be what you're looking for. This thriving tea rooms is located right in the heart of Dolton and offers a great selection on their menu of a different selection of meals, including breakfast, lunch and afternoon teas, and their homemade cakes are to die for. So if you're looking for a change and this might be the suitable thing for you, then please contact us here at Webbers. But please follow me through and find out a little bit more about this wonderful tea room. So thank you, Mick and Kate, for taking the time to sit down with me and go through a few sort of questions, and obviously for people to meet you two that run the Copper Kettle here in Dulverton. No, so to start with, do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you used to do in a previous life?
I was born in West Sussex and lived there all my life till we moved here 9 years ago. And before that I worked in the catering industry. First thing I ever did was bake cakes. And
Amazing.
Then went to college and ended up doing business finance and things like that. And then my last job I had before we moved here was I worked for a charitable foundation near Horsham in West Sussex. And I just got to the point I thought, oh, every day I'm stuck in traffic. They're building more houses. It takes me 3/4 of an hour to get to work. Should take 10 minutes. And I thought, you know, time for a change.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about you, Mick? Where did you first sort of start?
Well, I'm Devon born and bred, but then went off and joined the army at 17 and stayed in the army for 20 odd years.
Wow.
Then when I came out, decided that I would do rugby for a living.
Yeah, oh brilliant, fantastic.
So he's worked for Rhino Rugby for a few years, but then worked for the RFU for a number of years.
Brilliant. So what made you decide, obviously, you know, attracted you to then deciding to obviously have that lifestyle change and running a tea room?
Well, we were looking to lease somewhere back in Sussex first and keep our own home, and my mother was living there at the time as well. And we looked, and the leasehold over there was so expensive.
I can imagine.
And it was almost like before you turn a switch on, £3,000 a month before you've even done anything. And we just thought, you know, this is crazy. So, and every time we looked, the Copper Kettle kept popping up on the business feed, and we thought, oh, we know the Copper Kettle.
Yeah.
We've been on holiday here, and my mother used to live here.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, she lived nearby for many years, so we came down, visited it, came in, walked through the door and thought, uh-oh, we like it. We love it.
That's a great reaction to have, though, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you walked in, there was just a feel. I mean, apart from they were very nice staff, the whole place, and Dulverton as well. And within 6 months, we were here.
Wow, fantastic.
Sold the house and bought this place. Obviously, this is a freehold, so it's got the living accommodation here as well.
Which is great, isn't it? To be able to move sort of straight in and start running the business. It was already established. And I know what you mean about that homely feel. You know, I've been coming into the Copper Kettle for years, and it's just got that lovely homely feel and very welcoming to people.
It reminded me very much of the first place that I ever worked in.
Really?
Back in Worthing in West Sussex. Yeah, very friendly place. And it's all about the team of people, and it's about the diverse customer range. A lot of people local, a lot of people come here once a month or once a week, and returning back holiday makers.
It was great. I was talking to somebody earlier in the garden, and they travel 68 miles to come and have breakfast here. So they set off at, you know, sort of 6 o'clock in the morning, and they get here for 9 o'clock and have their breakfast. And she said she absolutely loves it.
And Dulverton.
Yeah, definitely. It's got a big draw, hasn't it?
It has. It is.
Here.
And we were from day one. Came in the door, Mick was unpacking, and I was
baking,
making scones, and thinking, okay, here we go.
Yeah, definitely.
And I haven't stopped since.
No. So what would you say is your sort of favourite or most rewarding part of the job, doing it for both of you?
Mine is, I love the garden. I love working in the garden, I love being in the garden. The way it looks now is just Really
Well, it is
good.
beautiful, isn't it? We were having that chat earlier, and it's just absolutely stunning. And actually, such a hidden gem in Dulverton to have such a big space outside is very rare,
People
and you
don't.
can accommodate people, you know, out here in the summer and things, isn't it?
People do not know it's there.
No, you don't.
And when you're out here, it's so quiet.
Yeah.
You don't even know. Well, you're here now. You
Yeah.
don't even know that.
Of course you wouldn't.
You've got the you know, main part of the village out the front, or town out the front.
Absolutely. So, Kate, what's your most rewarding bit, would you say?
Well, to me, I liked in the mornings. I make scones every morning, the cheese scones and the normal scones and gluten-free scones, whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I love to get that ready, and I like to get everything ready in the morning.
Yeah,
And so when people come in the door,
it's all ready to go.
yeah,
for
that's
them.
me.
Yeah.
I like to be,
Organised.
But it is organised. Yeah, and I do, and I like. And then when you take something out, the girls take something out, whether it's the scones or the breakfast, which we do a lot of,
Yeah.
and things like that. And they come back and say, "Oh, the customers love it,"
Yeah.
and they always come back and say, "We love your scones."
Oh,
And that's
very
really nice.
rewarding.
It is,
isn't
and all
Yeah.
they love the cakes that I make, whatever. So yeah, it is nice to have that,
Yeah.
and it's a busy little business.
Well, it is. I mean, this morning it was heaving with people.
I know.
Even at sort of 9:30, there was people in having breakfast, and then people in for coffee and things. And like Nick and I were saying, it's always busy in the Copper Kettle. It's
But
lovely.
better than
Well, it's-
standing around twiddling your thumbs.
Absolutely.
I mean, we love it.
Yeah.
It's got to be about the quality of the experience. Is the one thing that we said when we first moved here was that putting a cup of tea on the table is giving them scones, giving them cakes, but the quality of experience has got to be second to none.
Absolutely.
And we work hard at making sure that happens.
And that's all part of your reputation,
And
and
then-
that goes a long way, doesn't
And if
it?
people keep coming back, and we do our best. We don't always get it right, but within reason, we do our best.
Absolutely. Well, it wasn't that long ago you featured on radio too, I heard, and
Yeah.
somebody had phoned in and said they absolutely part of their journey is actually they come to the Copper Kettle, so that's a huge achievement, isn't it?
It
So
is,
that-
yeah,
yeah, definitely.
But we have behind us is a wonderful team.
Yeah.
We're a small team,
Yeah,
but we're a good team.
perfect.
That's what makes a business, I think, tick.
Definitely,
You know.
absolutely. You're as strong as the team that makes it. Isn't
Absolutely.
It? So, definitely. Perfect. So, was Dulverton always your sort of first choice? Obviously, you said you would stay in Arundel, but was sort of Dulverton where you
Wow.
would hope to have come to eventually?
Well, like I said, we were very familiar with the area, very familiar because my mum, who's now actually moved here, she'd been here about 3 or 4 years,
Amazing.
yeah, so
Yeah,
she's
good.
settled in. And I don't know, it just kept pulling us here. And we came in, the first day we walked in, everyone was so kind, so friendly. And yeah.
I think we're very fortunate with Dulverton that it is very welcoming, and everybody's so friendly, and I think that sometimes gets lost in other places, but here it's very much part that community spirit is
Look at it, it's a hustle and bustle, busy little place, but look what you're surrounded by. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, isn't
we're
it?
very lucky, and sometimes you
are
have to
very-
pinch yourself to
We are
recognise
lucky.
actually we're very fortunate to live here.
And every time we go back to Sussex, it's busier. They're building more and more houses, and we've got a lot of family there,
Yeah.
so we do go back. And we get stuck as you get to Salisbury, the traffic, and you just think we did the right thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And had that nice sort of lifestyle balance, and you still get to do
Yeah.
what you enjoy, baking your cakes, and obviously Mick, you still get to do the rugby as well, so that's
Yeah.
even better for
Yeah,
you.
well, we do the cakes, or the quiches. We do a lot. We try and make everything here
Yeah,
within
absolutely.
reason. Yeah.
Perfect. So, obviously, talking of cake, there's lots of delicious cakes inside. So, what's your favourite?
Mick, you go first on that one.
You can't
Well,
say
I
all
like
of them.
it. But the one that I really like is our apple cake.
Yes.
We don't make it every week. We make it as a special. But it's absolutely fantastic.
Somerset apple cake.
Absolutely
Lovely.
really good.
Perfect.
I suppose for me, coffee and walnut's my favourite. It's probably the most popular here. I mean, we make 2 every other day.
So, do you both have different roles that you both do? I mean, Mick, are you in the kitchen baking cakes and scones as well with Kate, or is it?
No.
You got a different role?
No, I make the breakfast.
Yep.
At times when we're really busy. But my main role is the accounts and making sure that they're all sorted out, and also the maintenance, the garden, is ordering, and just the day-to-day making sure that this place ticks over, which leaves Kate to run the actual tea rooms itself.
Yeah, perfect, wonderful. And sort of going back to the whole sort of moving to Dulverton thing, how did you find moving to Dolton? Obviously you're very familiar with it, but you might not have known lots of people when you sort of moved, but as you said, it was obviously very welcoming and things. And did you quite quickly integrate into the community here with things?
Yes, everyone was so friendly, and they welcomed us. We knew no one. You know, and then apart from the customers coming in, all the local businesses, and you know what I find, and I still find it amazing today. You walk down the road and everyone goes, "Oh, hello, how are you?" Nothing else. Whereas we lived in a lovely little village back in West Sussex, and everyone ignored everyone because they were all too busy. But here, people make the time
and effort,
and
which is lovely.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And how about you, Mick? Obviously, your integration in sort of with the Minehead Barbarians and things, was that an easy thing to sort of get into from here?
Yeah, they phoned me before I left Sussex.
That's always a good sign, though, isn't it?
They'd already heard that I was coming down, so they'd already phoned me. So that was quite easy, and there was a few people around town that had dealings with rugby clubs, not just Minehead, but obviously Wibeliscombe, Tiverton, and that sort of area. And there was referees societies here and that sort of thing, so getting involved in that was quite simple.
Absolutely, and again very welcoming for people to
very well, and you know, we've got a lot of friends associated with the rugby. A lot of good friends,
which is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice. It's not that far away either, is it?
Of course not. No, absolutely. So to sort of finish up, I mean, from your view, what would your sort of takeaway bit be for people who are looking to obviously move to have a lifestyle business like yours?
Well, the first thing is you don't have to have massive experience. You learn as you go. Their business like this can be as big or as small as you want it to be, and change is good.
Yep.
If you don't, you know, which we learned, we did nothing for the first 6 months, we kept it as it was, but then we began to introduce and change things. But you've just got to feel your feet first, and from our point of view, moving to somewhere like Dulverton is a beautiful place to live. And we're right in the middle, and when it is closed, all this is yours, the garden's yours, and you've got it to yourself.
And how about you, Mick?
Just passion for what you do. It's I knew Katie was passionate about this, but it even surprised me at how passionate she is and how good that she is. And so it's just come with, you know, just an open mind. And really, it's so rewarding on a daily basis. It's hard work, but it's so rewarding on a daily basis.
And upholding that reputation that you've got, because you know, from somebody that, like I say, uses the Kettle, you've got a very good reputation locally, and like you know, that's very apparent with the people that come here, locals, people on holiday, people travelling 68 miles to have your breakfast.
Person, you know. And I never thought 15 years ago that I'd be here doing this now. I was working in the finance, business management, and then here I am now.
And now you're here on a beautiful sunny day in Exmoor. I mean, can't get much better than that, can it? No. Brilliant. Well, thank you both for spending the time and going through that. And good luck with everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ginny. Thank you.